hopeless nerd for the interrelationship of technology and humanity. So I want to talk to you tonight about a concept that's upcoming, apparently in about 2029. It's called singularity. There's two types. Mathematical, it's where functions become interesting and infinite. But in technology, it's a projected point where technology will be progressing so fast we cannot possibly keep pace with it. So to start with the end of the universe, we've got a really big star. It's going to turn into a black hole. If you have 2 solar masses or more, its core will turn into a singularity and will produce an event horizon, from which light can't even escape. Now, it's estimated that there is a supermassive black hole at the center of every galaxy in the universe, which puts it somewhere on the order of hundreds of billions of galaxies. I like to think of them as the bathtub drains of the universe. So if you're putting water in faster than you're taking it out, you're okay. But if you ever stop putting water in or slow down, the drains are going to take it all out, and you're back at a singularity. Now, the most important thing about singularities is that they're invisible, because they produce these event horizons that we can't see past. And we face these every day: life, death, the future, and we deal with them through narrative. Little shout out, Disney's black hole. All the way up 2001: A Space Odyssey, and to borrow from that, because it's the most easily recognized icon representing the singularity that we're facing with superhuman intelligence, it's hyper-intelligent HAL. HAL is the supercomputer on the space station in 2001: A Space Odyssey, for those that don't know. And we're guaranteed to have little approximations of HAL over time, because as we approach and move forward in the future, Moore's law says every 2 years we're going to get twice as fast with computational prowess. So eventually we'll be equal to human brains, and then like 20 years later, all human brains. So what this means is that we're going to face an era of future shock. We'll be creating technologies that do exactly what we do, but better. They'll be innovating and creating and making things that we can't even conceive of right now. And so we wonder about that, and we have an optimistic view. The Jetsons, shout out to Rosie again. It gives us a hands-free life, with the idea that the future will essentially swaddle us like a babe. We won't have to do anything. We won't have to fight our own wars, sorry. But also, a lot of research being done currently on robotics to help quadriplegics, exoskeletons for paraplegics, fully automated future. And this is Ray Kurzweil. He's kind of out on the bleeding edge with this concept of whole brain technology, whole brain simulation or emulation. The idea is that your neural framework in your brain can be mapped, and if it can be mapped, it can be turned into an algorithm, and you can upload it into a robot and live forever. So as far as the good and the bad, where we get worried, eventually we'll have technology that can replicate itself. The problem with self-replication with a robot that's as smart as 7 million human beings is you just never know what it's going to create. But we've theorized about it. This is actually apparently when Skynet's supposed to attack us today. I did not know that when I prepared this. It's the Terminator obliterating the human species. But realistically, there's going to be a concern in the next 10 to 15 years, the next decade, actually, it's already discussed in policy. When you create technology that can do anything you can do better, and it's free and needs no benefits, it's going to mean a lot to the labor market. In terms of my own personal belief, when I think about the singularity hypothesis, I tend to make this equation. I don't think that consciousness is completely computation. I think the computational aspects of humanity are just a subset. I think something's left out. This is actually a person, you can't really see it. That's a person looking up at the stars. And that's the only thing Immanuel Kant's ever said that I agree with. We'll be able to mimic the combinatorial aspects, but the history and those dreadlocks right there, I don't think we're ever going to succeed with. So if you can follow me on Twitter, I'm going to start blogging about science and technology, and I'd like to talk to you.